Why do Chinese people eat mooncakes on the Mid-Autumn Festival? Please look at the story of Chang'e flying to the moon.
Chang'e flew to the moon a long, long time ago. In ancient times in China, there was only one sun in the sky. It rises in the east and falls in the west every day, warmly shining on the earth. All things grow, people live and work in peace and contentment. But one day, 10 suns suddenly appeared in the sky. They appear in the sky together, like 10 giant fireballs, emitting intense light and heat. The rivers of the earth have dried up, crops die, trees burn, the stone burns like a soldering iron. People were too hot to breed, and many fell ill. Beasts also came out of the forest to hurt people everywhere. The whole earth has become a terrifying oven. The people are suffering. Every day I cry and pray. At this time, a hero named Hu Yi appeared. He was tall, powerful, and unparalleled in archery. He was very sad to see the people suffer. He was determined to save everyone. Hu Yi carried his bow and arrow and climbed to the top of the highest Kunlun mountain. He drew his full bow and aimed it at the sun in the sky. Shot one by one. His arrows are fast and accurate. Each one precisely hit a sun, and the sun exploded like a fireball. Golden feathers and sparks are scattered on the ground. It turns out that these suns were transformed by the golden crow. Hu Yi shot down 9 suns in a row. As he was about to shoot the 10th, an old man stopped him. "Say, leave one. There is no sun. The world will be plunged into darkness and cold." Hu Yi thought it was reasonable, so he put away the bow and arrow. The last sun trembled with fear, obediently followed the original orbit. From then on, there was only one sun left in the sky, and the weather returned to normal. The river flows again, the plants sprout again, and people cheer. Hu Yi became the greatest hero in the world. Everyone respects him and appreciates him. Many young people came to learn archery from him, and his fame spread everywhere. Hu Yi had a beautiful and kind wife named Chang'e. Chang'e is not only outstanding in appearance, but also gentle in heart. She loves her husband very much. Every time Hu Yi went out to hunt or help the people, Chang'e will be waiting for him at home, prepare meals and clothes for him. Although their days are not rich, they are full of happiness and joy. Hu Yi's fame reached the Queen Mother of the West. The Queen Mother of the West was an immortal who lived in the Kunlun Mountains. She has an elixir of immortality. In order to reward Hu Yi for saving people by shooting the sun, the Queen Mother of the West summoned Hu Yi and gave him an elixir of immortality. The Queen Mother of the West told Hu Yi, "This medicine is made from fairy grass on the Kunlun Mountains. If a person eats it, they can fly to the sky immediately, become a fairy and never die. But if 2 people eat it separately, you can live forever on earth." Hu Yi was very happy, but he was reluctant to leave Chang'e and become an immortal alone. He took the medicine home and gave it to Chang'e for safekeeping. "I plan to find a good day to share food with my wife, so that both of them can live forever and be together forever." Chang'e carefully hid the medicine in a wooden box, in the deepest part of the dresser. However, this was discovered by one of Hu Yi's disciples. This disciple's name is Feng Meng. On the surface, Feng Meng respected Hu Yi very much and learned archery from him. "In fact, I am very jealous of my master's ability and reputation." After he knew that Hu Yi had the elixir of immortality, he had an evil thought. He wanted to steal the medicine, eat it yourself and become the #1 archer in the world. One day, Hu Yi took his disciples out hunting. Feng Meng pretended to be sick and stayed at home. As soon as Hu Yi left, Feng Meng sneaked into Hu Yi and Chang's room. He rummaged through the cupboard for the medicine. Chang heard the movement and came out of the kitchen. I was surprised to see Feng Meng flipping through things. "What are you doing?" Chang asked. "When you see things come to light, you simply tear off your disguise. Pull out a knife to threaten Chang, quickly hand over the elixir of immortality. Otherwise, don't blame me for being rude." Chang was terrified, but she knew that the pill was the most important thing for her husband. It must not fall into the wrong hands. She stepped back while trying to figure out a way. Seeing Feng Meng approaching step by step, Chang suddenly turned around and ran to the dresser. "Open the wooden box and take out the glittering pill." Feng Meng shouted, "Give it to me. Reach out and grab it." In a hurry, Chang'e had no time to think more, swallowed the whole pill in one bite. As soon as the pill enters the throat, Chang's body immediately underwent a wonderful change. She felt her body become light. Feet slowly lift off the ground. A breeze carried her, through the window, into the sky. I stomped my feet in anger, but I have no choice. Chang'e flew higher and higher in the sky. She looked down and saw her house getting smaller and smaller. Fields become green squares. The river is like a silver ribbon. She called out her husband's name. But Hu Yi was still hunting in the mountains and forests far away, so he couldn't hear it at all. The wind carried her all the way up, through the clouds, blown over the height of the bird, finally blew all the way to the moon. The moon is a cold and silent world. There are no flowers or trees, just vast plains and craters. There is a tall osmanthus tree in the distance. There is a white jade rabbit under the tree. Chang'e falls on the moon. Looking back at the distant earth, my heart is filled with sadness and loneliness. How she missed her husband. Besides, Hu Yi came home in the evening, found the house in a mess and his wife gone. He searched anxiously everywhere, and Feng Meng had already fled. The neighbor told him what happened during the day. Only then did Hu Yi understand everything. He took up his bow and arrow in anger and went after Meng. But Feng Meng has escaped without a trace. Hu Yi returned home and looked up at the night sky. That night, the moon was particularly bright. Hu Yi was surprised to find there is a blurry figure on the moon. That figure, that gesture, clearly his wife Chang'e. Chang'e, Chang'e, Hu Yi called out loudly, but the moon is too far away for Chang'e to hear. Hu Yi ran desperately in the direction of the moon, run across fields, run over hillsides. But the faster he runs, the moon seems to be receding further. He will never catch up. Hu Yi was heartbroken. He had a table set out in the yard, put on Chang's favorite cookies and fruits and kneeled down to the moon. I hope the wife in the moon can see it all. The people around heard about it. They all sympathized with Hu Yi and Chang'e. They also put incense tables in their yard, put all kinds of delicious food, pray to the moon. Gradually, on August 15th every year, people do it. This is the origin of the Mid-Autumn Festival. On the moon, Chang'e leads a lonely life, although she became a fairy. Never grow old and die. But she lost the warmth of the world, lost my beloved husband. She stands under the osmanthus tree every day, looking at the earth from a distance, looking at the former home. Sometimes she would see Hu Yi laying out offerings in the courtyard, tears for the moon. Her tears will also fall, turning into the light of the stars. There is also a jade rabbit in the moon palace. It spends all day pounding medicine in the stone mortar with a medicine pestle. It's said to be the elixir of immortality. There is also a man named Wu Gang. Because he made a mistake, he was punished to cut down osmanthus trees in the moon palace. But this osmanthus tree is a sacred tree. Cut the axe down and the trunk will heal in no time. So he could never cut it down. Wu Gang cut it day after day, year after year. The story of Chang'e has been passed down from generation to generation. Every time people look up at the moon on the night of Mid-Autumn Festival, I will think of that beautiful woman, remembering her bravery and sacrifice, remembering the deep love between her and Hu Yi. This story tells us that immortality doesn't necessarily mean happiness. The true happiness is to be with someone you love. Even if the days are ordinary and short, it is also the most precious gift in the world. So until today, every year on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month, Chinese people will be reunited with their families, eat mooncakes and enjoy the bright moon. Tell the story of Chang's flight to the moon, the osmanthus tree on the moon, the medicinal jade rabbit, Wu Gang who keeps cutting down trees, and the Chang'e who always looks at the world. It has become the most romantic and touching picture in Chinese culture. If you have the opportunity to look up at the moon on a clear autumn night, take a closer look. Perhaps you can see the faint figure on the moon. That's Chang'e. She's still there, quietly guarding all the thoughts and reunions in the world.